Uh, First of all, I'm extremely happy participating in this discussion on Dawn, because Dawn Group is one that I admire immensely for its courage, integrity, and its very principled stand on a whole variety of issues. So thank you very much. Now, to answer your question, it's the hope of all peace-loving people in India, in Pakistan, and our entire neighborhood that at least the foreign ministers meet under the auspices of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Goa should begin the process of India-Pakistan dialogue. The very fact that your foreign minister, Bilawal Bhutto-Zardari, is coming to India, coming to Goa, is very happy news. But I'm afraid that apart from formal participation in the meeting of the foreign ministers, there is most likely not going to be an India-Pakistan dialogue in Goa, which ought to happen on the sidelines of the SCO meet. There is nothing that prevents our foreign minister, Dr. S Jaishankar, and your foreign external affairs minister, foreign minister Bilawal Bhutto Saab, to have a separate meeting which would break the ice between India, Pakistan. The relations are frozen, as we all know, but the chance of that happening are very slim as of now. But you never know. Some good sense might prevail, and the two ministers would still meet on the sidelines, and that would mark the beginning of formal talks between India and Pakistan. A few months later, there's going to be a summit of the SCO in India. India is the current rotating chair of this organization, and we do hope that Pakistan's Prime Minister, Mr. Shehbaz Sharif Saab, would come to India, and these meetings should open the door for bilateral talks. Let's hope and pray that good sense prevails in both capitals. The opportunities are really limitless. We are neighbors, and it's not that Pakistan is a small nation, a nation of 220 or maybe 250 million people. It's in sheer population, it's more than every single country in Europe. It may be having some economic problems right now, but these are of temporary nature. I have always regarded Pakistan as an economic miracle in the making. Just as India is progressing, India has now become the fifth largest economy in the world, and the day is not far when we will overtake even Germany to become the fourth largest, and after some years we will overtake Japan to become the third largest. But that does not in the least mean that India alone has the potential in South Asia to go forward. Every single country in South Asia has huge human resource, natural resource, of course, cultural resource. So we in India, we keenly desire that Pakistan also prospers. And for this prosperity, it's extremely important, as neighbors, India and Pakistan should open all the doors for trade, cooperation, business cooperation, investments, which will benefit both of us. It's not that only India will benefit, Pakistan will also benefit. Unfortunately, the numbers as of now are very depressing. The bilateral trade, direct bilateral trade between India and Pakistan is as paltry as less than $400 million. Just to put this in perspective, we should remember that India-China bilateral trade has touched $135 billion. And it's not that India-China relations, political relations are good. Not at all. We are right now in a very serious crisis because of the border problem. But in spite of this very tense border problem between India and China, our trade is soaring. It has, as I mentioned, it's $135 billion, and we import more than $100 billion. More than $100 billion is what we import from China. So if we can have such excellent trade relations with China, why not with Pakistan? Our industrialists are doing very well in several sectors of the economy, like information technology, pharmacy, automobiles, chemicals, heavy engineering, infrastructure development. We can invest in Pakistan. Similarly, Pakistan is so good in so many areas. So therefore, I very strongly believe that we should no longer have any of these barriers between India and Pakistan in terms of trade, business relations, which will create employment in India, employment in Pakistan. Dekhiye, the Kashmir dispute has been with us for as long as India and Pakistan have been free, that is since 1947. And it remains unresolved. So what is to be done? We have also fought wars over Kashmir. It has not helped either India or Pakistan. Are we going to have more wars over Pakistan, over Kashmir? And are we, because the Kashmir issue is not resolved, are we going to shut all doors for bilateral cooperation? Is that a wise position, either for India or for Pakistan? We are neighbors. So why not? Let's discuss Kashmir also. But there are many other issues as neighbors that we can discuss and we can come to terms with and come to agreement with on trade, as you just mentioned, on people-to-people relations. It is so saddening that in spite of being neighbors, very few Pakistanis come to India, very few Indians go to Pakistan. You are from Karachi, I am from Bombay, and for many decades, many centuries rather, there have been such close relations between our two cities, between Lahore and Delhi, between Peshawar and the rest of even as far as Kolkata. We've all been, our people have been traveling from here, there. There is so much that is common between us in terms of language, Urdu. There are as many Urdu-speaking people in India, just about comparable as in Pakistan. Urdu is our language, Urdu is your language. So similarly, there is religious tourism. There are so many places in India that are sacred for Muslims in Pakistan. Why shouldn't they come here? Similarly, Indians going to Pakistan for religious tourism, even Hindus. There are places in Pakistan that are very sacred for Hindus. And as far as Sikhism is concerned, the very birthplace of Guru Nanak Sahib is in Pakistan, Nankana Sahib. So there is so much that links our two countries. And then, of course, there is music and cinema. There is such a vibrant culture of music and arts in Pakistan. Why shouldn't we know about your great legends? Similarly, why shouldn't you get to know our people? So let's therefore talk about Kashmir, but let's not focus only on Kashmir, because that's not going to take us anywhere. But when we have more trade, more people-to-people contacts, more cooperation among our political leaders, young people, women, then we will build mutual trust. And when there is mutual trust, there'll be mutual understanding. And when there is mutual understanding, we can also find solution to the Kashmir issue. Because Kashmir, it unites India and Pakistan. It doesn't divide. It is high time India and Pakistan, we kept geopolitical confrontation out of regional cooperation. It is in our own bilateral interest. It is also in the interest of all of South Asia that we don't allow external antagonisms, conflicts, tensions to come in the way of regional cooperation and bilateral cooperation. Let me give an example. South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, SARC. SARC is now practically dead. There has been no summit of SARC since 2014. The last summit of SARC took place in Kathmandu, Nepal in 2014. For 9 long years, there has been no SARC summit. Why? Because the next summit was going to be held in Pakistan, and our Prime Minister refuses to travel to Pakistan. Why? It's such a huge irony that India and Pakistan meet under the auspices of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, but not under SARC. SARC is our own South Asian platform. Shanghai Cooperation Organization is, of course, South Asia plus Central Asia and Eurasia. Of course, we are very happy with the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, of which India and Pakistan are full members. But if we keep SARC in a condition of coma, which is what it is today, and only have SCO cooperation, it means that the loss of India and China, India and Pakistan, is the gain of China, because SCO is a platform created by China. I'm not saying this to belittle China. China is also our neighbor, your neighbor, and we should have good relations with China. I'm one of those in India who advocates India-Pakistan-China friendship and cooperation. But let us revive SARC. We have so much to do together. Let's not work at cross purposes. Let's work together. We have Afghanistan. Afghanistan is your geographical neighbor. Afghanistan is our civilizational neighbor. Afghanistan has just come out of a prolonged war imposed by external forces. It is our common duty to bring peace, reconciliation, prosperity to the people of Afghanistan. They are our brothers and sisters. So let's work together in Afghanistan. Let's work together in Central Asia, in West Asia. If Saudi Arabia and Iran can come together, why not India and Pakistan? So therefore, for God's sake, let's start thinking in a new manner. Let's leave old animosities and hostilities behind. They don't help us at all. They don't help India. They don't help Pakistan. Let's also, if I may be permitted to make this one more point, let us also marginalize and neutralize religious extremism and terrorism, which are a common threat to India and Pakistan. Whether the religious extremism is of one religion or another religion, they are against humanity. We are one people. There are as many Muslim brothers and sisters in India as in Pakistan. So let's come together. And it is for this reason that I have recently written an article that when Bilawal Bhutto Sahab comes to Goa, our Foreign Minister Jaishankar should take him for on a stroll on the beautiful beaches of Goa. Goa is such a beautiful place, my dear friend. Please come to Goa. You will like it. So what a good opportunity. God has created these beautiful places. Goa, Kashmir, Murray, and all other places in Pakistan. Let's open these beautiful places to your people and our people and become friends.